Welcome back. So what we have so far is we have the sky and we can also see our hands, and we have changed the character from the third person mannequin to our own character, the soldier. It's got literally black hands. That's okay. And then he's running around, and but he's actually running around empty-handed. Okay, there is no weapon here, and also at the same time, I believe that we have to rotate our camera a little bit more because it's looking sideways. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go back to my third person character and look at my camera again. So first I'll do that. Okay, and I'll move him to the left a little bit, right to the center of the head, and we play. There you go, and I can see both the hands, and maybe I think a little bit more like this. And if I do that now, and now I can see both the hands, and maybe move a little bit to the back like that so that I can see the hands perfectly fine. And there you go. Okay, I have to look around. If I move him to the right, okay, like that, and there you go. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. So a bunch of hands, I mean just a couple of hands looking around. But in fact, if you have to go and change the parent socket to head, we can also do that. That's also fine. You can move it like this. If I play, I should be able to see both my hands, but at the same time, I need to move this to the right and a little bit ahead. And let's see. Okay. This is not easy, but it has to be done. Goes to the right, like that. And now let's see. Okay, and now I can see my legs as well, but I have to move all the way down here, so I think I have to move this a little bit to the front. And if I move this to the front, then I think it's hard to see the hands. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, now I can see my legs moving around, and there you go. Okay, I still don't think it's perfectly aligned. I don't know if I rotate it this way, what's gonna happen. Let's see. I hit play. Okay. I think I'll just go over and do it this way. That's the right way. And maybe it's not in the center. I'll click on the camera again, and let's see. It's not really in the center of the head, so I'm gonna move it like this. That's about the center of the head. Now I can see my legs as well, and maybe move this a little back. Okay, I can see both the hands. There you go, and I can see the legs as well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop stressing over the position of the camera for now, and I'll just hit save and I'll keep it there. But now we have to add, an AK-47 or some weapon. We have to give him some weapon instead of. Right now he's just running empty-handed. Okay, and he's running empty-handed, and it's no good. He has to fire something. So let's give him a weapon first. But before we do that, if you notice this, I'm hitting play, and if I'm moving around, if I stop, it stops right away. Okay, it's not really blending between my walking and all of that, so it's actually simply stopping right away. Okay, and I want that to, I don't want that to happen, and all of that happens in the walk run blend space, because out here the interpolation time is 0, and if you hover over here, it says interpolation time for input. When it gets input, it will use this time to interpolate to target used for smoother interpolation. Okay, so right now it's 0. So we set this to 1 for both axes. And now if we save and if we hit play, and if I walk around and if I stop, and you can see that there's a smooth animation. It's a lot more smoother than what it used to be. Okay, so which is good, and I still think that I'm not getting the right feeling about it. I don't know, but I think I'm going to stop this thing. Like I said, maybe just 1 second. If I can go over and let me first do it like that, and first I'll rotate it like this, 90 degrees, maybe 90 degrees, not 100, 90 degrees, and give this a rotation of, I don't know, this is good. No, wait, this would be 90. Okay, now when I hit play, I can see both the hands, and I can also see my legs walking around. So, and maybe I'll just move this a little bit. I'll turn off the snapping on both of these, and I'll just move here, and I'll just move him here a little bit. And like that. Okay, and let me hit play now. I'm still gonna have these issues. I'm gonna see through the character. That's because I have to move him a little bit further to the front, like that. There you go. Great. So now we can attach. I think no. We go to the top. What about this? Great. And now if I move and if I stop, he is stopping gradually instead of snapping. Okay, so I'm going to save that. I'm not going to revisit it until much later, and compile that. Everything is good to go. Now we can start adding the weapons in here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another folder like we created it for character. I'm going to create another folder for the weapon, or in fact I can just say assets. Okay, and I can drag the character and drop it inside assets and say move here. Okay, and it's going to move everything, and then inside assets it's going to clean up all the assets. Okay, that's fine. Great, so now it's inside assets. Now I can go ahead and create another folder called weapons. Okay, now inside weapons I'm going to create another folder called AK-47 and one more folder called M4A1 because we might give him a second weapon. So that's a rifle, assault rifle. Both of them are assault rifles. And inside AK-47 again I will create new folders. I'll say materials. Okay, if you want, now inside assets, so whatever all these characters, all these folders that we have created, we can just have one set of these folders, and you can drag in and you can simply create different animations. Like this can have animations, this has animations of character as well as for weapons. You can either do that, that's one parent folder, or you can create different folders, parent folders, and you can create the same kind of folders that you have here. That depends on you. In fact, let's do that, inside of character, let's change this to, let's actually bring this out, and I'll say move here, and let me move it back outside, and I'll get rid of assets, the folder, and rename the character to assets. And I think this did not come out, and I'll just actually bring it down here, move here. Yeah, I had to unparent it. In fact, I was trying to parent it again to the same folder. Now it should come out. Also, once it's done cleaning up all the old assets. So it's out. Okay, and the weapons, I can delete these because I don't need them. I can delete both of these folders, and say yes, I want to delete them both. This can be renamed to assets, and inside the assets, takes a long time. Inside animations first, I'll create a new folder and I'll call this character. Okay, and I'll call this another folder. I'll call this weapons, and maybe we'll have animations later on. So inside weapons, I'll have two subfolders, one for AK-47 and one for M4A1, M4A1, right?